She knows he carries danger in his presence. She has watched him dismiss people without hesitation, seen him move through conflict with an unsettling calm that should logically repel her. She has observed the edge in him, the absence of visible remorse, the controlled coldness. And yet she cannot remove him from her thoughts. She feels pulled closer instead of pushed away. When he walks into a room, something in her chest tightens and sparks. This is not dysfunction. This is not emotional damage. This is millions of years of evolutionary wiring functioning exactly as it was built to function. David Buss spent decades studying what he termed the dark triad of attraction. What he uncovered unsettled much of academia, so much so that many of the implications were softened before reaching mainstream conversation, because the conclusions are uncomfortable. They imply that traits publicly condemned are often privately desired, that behaviors criticized in daylight become magnetic in shadow. By the time you finish this, you will understand the neurological and evolutionary systems that make certain women feel powerless in the presence of men who display controlled cruelty. You will see the hidden structure behind decisions that appear self-sabotaging, and you will hold knowledge that reframes everything you thought you understood about what women say they want versus what their biology responds to. There is one mechanism in particular, darker than the rest, that explains why intelligent, accomplished, self-aware women can fall hardest for men who should intimidate them. Once you grasp it, you will never interpret attraction the same way again. Begin with what Buss described as the protection paradox. In 1462, Wallachia stood trapped between the Ottoman Empire and Hungarian expansion. Its ruler, Vlad III, later known as Vlad the Impaler, became infamous for brutality that bordered on myth. Forests of impaled enemies, ruthless punishment, entire villages destroyed as warnings. Yet accounts of his wife, Maria of Wallachia, describe unwavering devotion. She chose death over capture, remaining loyal even in the face of terror. How does devotion form around a man history labels monstrous? The answer lives in the oldest circuitry of the female brain, forged in eras when survival was uncertain and protection determined everything. The unconscious evaluation was never, is he gentle? It was, if danger arrives, can he eliminate it? The man capable of outward violence signals protective capacity. His lack of hesitation signals survival insurance. Buss documented across 37 cultures that women consistently ranked protection and resource security above kindness, above emotional softness. Not marginally above, but significantly above. Yet it becomes more complex. The cruelty must appear directional. She must perceive that his hardness is for the world, not for her. This creates selective safety. She is the exception. She stands inside a protected boundary while the outside remains cold. The contrast becomes intoxicating. His indifference toward others magnifies his attention toward her. The average man offers warmth universally. He is agreeable with everyone. But universal warmth communicates no exclusivity, no targeted protection. At a deep biological level, selectivity matters more than friendliness. The perceptive man realizes that value is not signaled by constant softness, but by controlled hardness paired with reserved warmth. Beneath that lies another mechanism Buss explored: resource acquisition potential. In ancestral environments, survival hinged on access to food, shelter, territory. The man capable of acquiring and defending resources determined generational survival. The traits that often facilitate resource acquisition, dominance, calculated aggression, risk tolerance, emotional detachment under pressure, are traits modern society frequently labels harsh. History provides uncomfortable examples. Figures like Hernan Cortés reshaped continents through strategy and ruthlessness. By contemporary moral standards, his actions were brutal. By evolutionary metrics, he demonstrated extreme acquisition capability. Women aligned with powerful victors gained proximity to resources and protection unavailable elsewhere. This is not praise, it is pattern recognition. The female brain evolved in environments where capability often outweighed gentleness. Women who chose men incapable of defending or acquiring frequently faced catastrophic outcomes. That ancestral memory persists. The modern woman may consciously articulate desire for emotional availability, validation, equality. Yet beneath awareness, ancient algorithms ask different questions. Can he secure resources? Can he handle chaos? Can he act decisively without paralysis? The man who projects decisive competence answers those questions without speaking. The agreeable but indecisive man triggers uncertainty. A third mechanism operates quietly: intrasexual dominance detection. Attraction is influenced not only by how a man treats others, but by how other men respond to him. When a man enters a room and subtly shifts the hierarchy, when competitors defer or grow cautious, something registers. Evolutionary psychology refers to prestige and dominance cues. The brain scans for the man positioned high within male hierarchies, because historically, status translated into protection and provisioning. History again shows this dynamic. Cesare Borgia, whose strategies influenced Machiavelli's writing in The Prince, embodied ruthless effectiveness. Contemporary accounts describe fascination surrounding him despite his reputation.